First, no. This is not sponsored by Hoyoverse. Maybe someday. This video is a story of how one person can make a difference. As this video goes out, June 2025, Honkai Starrail recently celebrated their 2nd anniversary, which by the way blew the pants off my husband, who really loves the game. As for me, I could have cared less. But I didn't. Let me take you back to May 2024. Let me paint you a picture. I like playing in the open world, crafting my own items, falling in love with the characters. I like fighting games, world building, hunting, teams, romance, RPGs, a wide mix of games. But gacha games weren't really my thing. It can be rewarding, but also extremely punishing. I felt real money had to always be spent to get an amazing 5-star character, but it wasn't really for me. My husband, however, told me otherwise. He had been playing the game for a while at this point, and loved the story. He was always into turn-based games and felt every character was unique based on their abilities, how they interacted with each other, and how much the game rewards you, the player, or simply just playing. He jokingly asked me to play many times, and we never go further than that. I'd listen to his stories about how this one character did this, or one time I said, "Who the heck is March 7th? That's a date, right?" He'd play the soundtracks and hum the music all the time, which somehow made me want to play the game less. I just wasn't into it, until I decided to surprise him for his birthday. He doesn't ask for much, but he loves playing games, especially together. So I downloaded the game on my phone one day, and you should have seen the look on his face when I told him. Isn't it beautiful? But first, let's talk about a lot of terms and gameplay that made me have second thoughts if I should uninstall this game or not. I'll just throw them all at once and let you get a feel of how I felt. Yeah, let's take a breather. I've seen Hoyoverse's other game, Genshin Impact. It had a lot of things I liked. You know, open world, great music, great characters, elemental damages, lush towns and nature, outstanding stories. Even my friend Yi believed that that game would be better fit for me, but I still want to give Honkai Starrail a chance. I've been playing the game here and there. I was amazed at how this game can still pull you in whether you're playing on the PC or the mobile phone. The graphics and gameplay were impressive to me, and how to navigate the menu was straightforward. I enjoyed how rewarding it was to just obtain stellar jades, and how each character looked based on where they were from. There were a lot of different ways to build your characters and have them be compatible with one another, but the gacha part of this game was pretty harsh. I was unlucky in the early game, and either failed a 50-50 or I had to pity pull, which is not ideal. Even with the help from my husband, my team was scrappy, and getting through the story only made it harder for me as the player. It was difficult to grind for the right materials, and having a 4-star character is completely different from a 5-star character. So after a few weeks, my motivation for the game was dwindling, and I stopped playing it for several months. It had been 3 months since I stopped playing the game, to the point where you would see this screen. Yeah, Hoyoverse tries its best to reel you back in by offering rewards. I wasn't feeling it. I'd sometimes go back just to see what's new, or my husband would play it for me, but I had felt that I was done with it. That maybe I should just uninstall it because it was taking up storage, and if I wasn't going back these past few months, then of course I wouldn't go back at all. There were some thrills I felt second-handed from my family members who were playing the game too, talking about characters they managed to pull, the teams they built, how far they were in the story. While it was very tempting to go back, in my mind, I had closed that door, finished that chapter, finalized my decision to move forward. But sometimes life likes to derail you into a new direction. My husband loves watching the new Honkai Starrail video trailers or fan-made videos, and sometimes I get lost in them with him because I know how much he cares about the game. There was this one particular character that caught my attention. She was fierce. She wasn't designed to be seen as fan service like other characters I've seen, and she had a sense of justice, which I loved. I loved how silly she was, her playstyle, her story, her design was beautiful to me, and she brought me back into the game. FEI XIAOOOOO was my pillar, the leader of my team. If anyone who came after her banner was useful, they had to be built around her. She was my carry, and I worked hard to build her up so she could overcome any bosses ahead. I would now grind for Jades and pull when it mattered. I would go through my missions, play the minigames, run through the divergent universes just to empower her and the team. Now I asked my husband how to build teams around her, and what I should be equipping so that she was the strongest she could be. Compared to before, I log in every day now to continue the cycle of completing my dailies, working on decreasing my missions, and building up my team to face the bitter trials ahead in every arc. Watching the second anniversary concert probably didn't make much of an impact on me as it did my husband. I mean, he got to face the story without any spoilers and not knowing where the story would take him. Like when the beat would drop in this fight, or that this happens to one of his beloved characters. As for me, I had already known about Dan Heng, Robin, or Firefly from my husband's reactions and explicitly long discussions with me. But it doesn't take away from the feelings that I felt or I experienced when it was my turn. The music still hits. These scenes still slaps. The characters are still gorgeous. I will still be amazed or curious of what's happening in the story. And not only because of FEI XIAOOOOO, I mean, yeah, of course, but because of how much my husband loves this game. Also, doing tempos has become super addicting. Okay, see ya, bye.